Vinyasa class. And this is my dog also practicing with us. You guys are welcome to grab some blocks or books if you like to use them for supports. But if not, that's really fine. You should be okay just with your hands and your mat if that's all you've got. I'm going to have you guys start on your backs. So you're welcome to go ahead and lay down. Plant the soles of your feet down on your mat and let your knees face right up towards the ceiling. So feet down, knees up towards the ceiling. Yeah, once you're on your back, go ahead and bring one hand to your heart and let the other hand rest right on your low belly. Right, just in a posture that offers an opportunity for some constructive rest. You just notice how you're feeling in this shape, in this moment, right? If you feel like you've got an excess of energy here, then I want you to think about pulling your low back toward the earth, right? So that you can feel your whole back body supported by the mat beneath you. Or you might even try to push your feet down any bit firmer into the earth, right? So you can really connect into that grounding sensation. If it feels safe and okay, you're welcome here to let your eyes close. And see if you can bring your awareness to your breath. I don't know if you take my classes often, you guys know that usually I encourage you to allow your awareness to be really expansive, right? To notice sounds and textures and temperatures, but today, can you offer yourself the opportunity to just drop right into the sound and the rhythm of your breath? Connecting into your own direct experience really early in your practice. I'm inviting you to do this just so that you can see where you're at right now. Right, before looking outside, or before going external, can you take a moment to pause and just see where you are right now? On your mat, in your body, in whatever space, whatever room you're in the middle of whatever it is you have going on today, can you just pause to check in and notice how you're doing, right? How you're being. And with the reminder to just be curious about the answer that shows up. Sometimes we show up for this practice and we think about how we're doing, how we're being. There's this, at least for me, sometimes shame or judgment, right? I feel like how I'm doing and how I'm being isn't very peaceful, it isn't very calm. And on top of not feeling peaceful and on top of not feeling calm, then we add in this shame for feeling those things, right? Or this desire to fix or change those things. And today, instead, for right now, can you just allow yourself to be how you are? Noticing how you're doing and how you're being without any desire or need to change or fix or alter in any way. This is your own experience. Is there a sense of permission that you can give yourself for just being where you are today? Maybe with that permission that you offer yourself, there's also this little bit of compassion. This little bit of forgiveness for any areas we think we're coming up short or getting it wrong or not doing it right. And instead, can there be this offering to just notice how you're doing, how you're being with curiosity? I think the gift of being curious is that when we're curious, right, we don't have to figure anything out. We don't have to solve, we don't have to analyze, we don't have to get to anywhere specific or have some profound insight, right? We just get to be curious about what's there. about our relationship to ourselves, to our practice, curious about our relationship to what's happening in the world, right? Curious about how we feel about social distancing, curious about how we feel about the pandemic. Right? When we're curious, we're also expansive. We don't get stuck so easily in the goods and bads and rights and wrongs and wishing things were different in any sort of way, right? We're just with what's happening. I just want to offer that for your practice today. Is there space to just be with what's happening? Curious about your relationship to where you are, to how you're doing, to how you're being today in this moment. Without any pressure to figure anything out, without any pressure to be better or different or feel happier, right? To just be curious about where you are so that you can have fully the experience that you're in. I want you to take a full inhale here. Open your mouth, take a steady exhale. And invite yourself to do that again. Take a full in-breath. Let it go on your out-breath. Allow your breath to be a little bigger, a little deeper. Do that one more time. Take a nice full inhale. Open your mouth, sigh it out, exhale. Good. With your eyes closed and your body still, just take both hands to overlap over your heart center, right? One hand on top of the other is fine. See if you can tuck your chin slightly, right? Even though you're on your back, just see if you can bring your chin slightly towards your chest. And go ahead and set an intention for your practice. A word, a phrase, a reminder, right? See what it is that you need. How you can be curious, how you can be compassionate. And with that intention together, we get to take one more breath in. And a nice long breath out. Good. Without moving any other part of your body, you guys, just gently start to blink your eyes open. So still on your back, still with your feet down and your knees up towards the ceiling. The only thing that's different is that your eyes are open. You start to notice the room that you're in, what's around you, what's above you, alongside of you. And then nice and gently from here, start to send your legs down the length of your mat. Reach your arms above your head and you get to take a long body stretch. Right, reaching a little further through one hand and then the other. And then as you feel ready, go ahead and make this with your hands. Send your knuckles up towards the ceiling and then just circle out your wrists a couple of times. Right? Moving around your fingers to create a little bit of breathing room through the muscles and bones through your hands, your palms. Good. And then as you feel ready, use a little bit of low belly strength. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Take your palms to your shins and rock gently side to side a couple of times. Right? Really gentle movements to start. You can take one hand onto each knee and circle your knees either in the same direction or the opposite direction, right? Just bring some fluid to your hip bones. Good. And then as you feel ready, bring your knees to your chest. I want you to cross your ankles. Take your hands to your hamstrings, the underneath of your calves. And then nice and gently, just start to rock and roll up and down the length of your mat. If you have a dog in the way, just kindly ask them to scoot right up and down the length of your mat 1, 2, maybe 3 times, just enough until you can land right in your boat pose. Right, so tapping into that core strength right at your center line early on. From your boat pose, if you can, uncross your ankles. And you can stay here. If you can, bring your hands back behind you, let your fingertips face your hips. And take a full breath in. And on your breath out, I want you to lower halfway just to a low row. Good, inhale, lift yourself back up. On your exhale, lower halfway, low bow. One more time, inhale, lift up. On your exhale, lower halfway, low bow. Good, inhale, lift back up. Stay here for your exhale. Now you're welcome to stay, or if you can, extend your left arm forward. And then let your right arm follow. You're welcome to stay, or if it's there for you, straighten out both legs. Feel the strength in your core lift up from your chest. Take a full breath in. One long breath out. Good, cross your ankles, bring your hands onto your knees, come to seated. Let your eyes close again, reach your fingertips forward and up to the ceiling. Take a full breath in. Hands connect together at your heart center on your breath out. Let your palms press and your chin tap. And then into your intention, you breathe a full inhale. One exhale. Good. Now from this seated place, I want you to blink your eyes open. You'll keep your palms connected the whole time. Send your fingertips straight up to the ceiling as you breathe in. Now nice and slowly, as you breathe out, start to bend your elbows so that your fingertips face behind you towards the mat beneath you. Now push the back of your head into your biceps to lift just your upper back. Take a full breath in. Stay to breathe out. Now think about how you would move into a forward fold. So start to hinge forward from your hips. Tuck your chin to your chest. Elbows reach as if they're going towards the earth, and then extend your arms out in front of you. Tend your fingers and fold. Take an inhale. One exhale. Walk your hands back in towards your body. And then nice and gently on your own time, just transition into your tabletop. Once you're in your tabletop, bring your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Untuck your toes and then hug your navel towards your spine to have a long, flat back. Lengthen through your spinal channel, take an inhale. Empty through your mouth, exhale. Good, let your belly drop down and your chest lift, breathe in. Push into your hands as you tuck your chin round your spine, breathe out. Good, nice and slow, do that again. Belly drops, inhale. Spine rounds as you exhale. One more full cycle of breath with your movement. And then go ahead and explore some other shapes here, right? You can bring your hips from side to side. Right, making C curves with your spine, just see what feels good. Can you allow yourself to move in a way that feels authentic to where you're at? Right, to how you're doing, to how you're being, just moving in a way that you need to for right now. And then as you're ready, nice and slowly, you'll find your way back to your neutral tabletop. Take your hands forward, an inch or two on your mat, let your toes tuck under. Push into your hands, into your feet. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Push through your hands and your feet, let your knees hover just 1 inch off your mat. Right, so you're pressing into your palms, lengthening your arm bones. Can you take a full inhale? One big exhale. Keep your knees as bent as you can, and then start to lift your hips up and back. So not quite into your down dog yet, still feeling the strength through your quads, through your core. Give yourself an inhale. Empty the breath, exhale. Good, and now slowly, one leg at a time, start to straighten out your legs, lift your hips, find your down dog. And there's plenty of time, right? Pedal at your feet, bend one knee, bend the other, right? Just bringing in a sense of curiosity into this shape. And then as you're ready for stillness, find that. Right? Push down through the elbows of your hands, lengthen your arm bones, lift your hips, lift your heels, take a breath in. Hips and heels lower back down, breathe out. Go do that again. Inhale, lift up onto the balls of your feet. Exhale, lower your heels back down. Good, this time breathe in, lift up, look forward. As you breathe out, nice and slowly, walk your feet up to your hands at the top of your mat. Right, feet hips width distance apart as spine soften through your knees. Now take a breath in, lengthen your spine, palms to your shins, crown of your head forward, pause. From here, slide your thumbs right into your hip creases. Wrap your elbows around your spine. Take a full inhale, lengthen. Full exhale, empty. From here, just slowly hinge up to stand. Right, bring your shoulders over your hips, straightening through your legs, releasing your palms alongside your body, mountain pose. And then just give yourself a moment to land here. Push down through both feet to lengthen through your legs, your core, the crown of your head. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Forward and up with your arms. Connect your palms above your head. Look at your hands. Take a breath in. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Full breath out. Keep your palms connected. Send your fingertips to the ceiling. Inhale. Like you did seated, bend your elbows back behind you so your fingertips face the earth. Exhale. Push the back of your head into your biceps. Lift just your upper back. Take an inhale. Good. As you exhale, bend your knees deeply. Tuck your chin to your chest. Can you think about bringing your elbows towards your knees and then releasing your hands down to the mat? Come into a forward fold. Shake your head, yes and no. Right, sway a little side to side. Just be in this fold. Right, without trying to take any specific shape. And then come back to center. Lengthen out your spine. You lift just halfway. Take a breath in. Good. As you breathe out, plant your hands down, step your feet back, find a high push up. Right, so wrists still underneath your shoulders. Can you firm up through your core? Take a breath in. Big breath out. Good. Nice and slowly start to bring your feet to the wide edges of your mat. So your feet come nice and wide. Good. Now see if you can bring your hands nice and wide. Bring your hands to the wide edges of your mat. Good. Now bring your feet to touch behind you. So your big toes touch behind you. And then see if you can bring your thumbs to touch right underneath your shoulders. Good. Take your feet hips width distance. Take your hands shoulder width distance. Take a full breath in. Drop your knees to the mat and your breath out. Good. Untuck your toe. Hinge forward 1 inch. Inhale. Bend your elbows in towards your side body. Lower halfway and pause. Re-engage through your core. Inhale. All the way down to the mat. You lower. Exhale. Good. Your toes are untucked. Slide your hands back 1 inch or 2. Elbows above your wrists. Push into the tops of your feet. Lift your head and chest. Baby cobra. Can you again wrap your elbows, your shoulder blades around your spine? Inhale. Lower to the mat. Exhale. Do that again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Breathe in, find your baby cobra. Stay lifted on your breath out. Push up to your tabletop. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Go ahead and take a breath in. Empty the breath out. Good. From your down dog, let your right leg lift up behind you. So pushing even through both hands, can you get a little bit more length through your right side body? Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, can you bring your right knee in towards your nose? Round your spine. Feel the strength through your core. Now from here, set it up and back again. Three-legged down dog. Inhale. On your exhale, bring your knee in towards your nose, round your spine. This time, look forward and then step your right foot forward through your palms and low lunge. Good. Start to drop your left knee down. See if you can keep your left toes tucked under. I know it might feel a little wonky. Just try it out. You'll get some sensation through your left quad. And then reach both arms up to the ceiling. Find your kneeling crescent for a moment. Right? Push down into the bottom of your right foot. Lift up out of your hips. Connect your palms above your head. Breathe in. Now bend your elbows back behind you as you breathe out. Push the back of your head into your biceps. Lift just your upper back. Inhale. One full exhale. Straighten out through your spine, arms to the ceiling. Inhale. Good. Hands come down to frame your right foot on your exhale. Lift your left knee. Find your low lunge. Look forward. Breathe in. Left foot steps forward and you fold. Breathe out. Lift up halfway and pause. Inhale. Thumbs to your hip creases. Hinge up to stand. Exhale. Forward and up with your arms. Breathe in. Connect your palms. Bring them together at your heart center. Breathe out. Keep your hands connected. Arms to the ceiling. Inhale. Strong through your low belly. Bend your elbows back behind you on your exhale. Lift just your upper back. Take an inhale. Knees bend deeply. Chin tucks. Elbows toward your knees and then hands to the mat. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Plant your hands down. Your left foot goes back to lunge. So it's the same side. Left foot back. If you want to grab blocks or books here, you're welcome. You can also just tense your fingers on either side of your right foot. It's the same thing. Good. Let both knees bend so that your hips sink. Inhale. Now pull your hips up and back, straighten out both legs and fold. Exhale. You'll do that again 2 more times. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, straighten and fold. One more time, low lunge, breathe in. Straighten and fold, take a full breath out. Good. Back into your low lunge on your inhale. Find both hands down on the mat on your exhale. I want you to soften through your hips, firm up through your arms, breathe in. Keep your right leg straight, send it all the way up and back, three-legged down dog. Good, so your right leg stays straight, but I want you to start to open your hip. So your hip opens, your right leg is straight. Now bend your right knee. Good, peel open any bit further through your right side body. Maybe take some movements. And then square your hips off, inhale. Right foot meets your left foot at the back of your mat on your exhale. And then right away, just lift through your left leg. Feel the length in your left side body. Push into both hands, take a breath in. The left knee, bring it in towards your nose, hug your navel towards your spine. Good, from your core, send it up and back. Inhale. The left knee back and towards your nose, round your spine, look forward. Left foot steps forward, low lunge. Keep your right toes tucked, but drop your right knee down. Good, both arms to the ceiling, kneeling crescent. And you have a moment to get organized, right? Push down through your feet, lift up through your hips, palms press, inhale. Elbows bend, fingers reach back behind you, exhale. Just your upper back lifts, breathe in. Straighten back out through your spine, breathe out. Fingers to the ceiling, inhale. Hands frame your left foot, exhale, right? Building a sequence, lift your right knee, breathe in. Right foot steps forward, reach your left and you fold, breathe out. Halfway lift and pause, inhale. Thumbs to your hip creases, hinge up to stand, exhale. Forward and up with your arms, connect your palms, look at your hands, breathe in. Hands pull together at your heart center, breathe back out. Adding on. Keep your palms connected, send them high, inhale. Bend your elbows back behind you, exhale. Lift just your upper back, breathe in. Knees bend, elbows towards your knees, and then hands to the mat, you fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands find your blocks or your mats, you step your right foot back, low lunge. So left leg is still forward. Let your hips soften and your chest lift, inhale. Both legs straighten, you fold, exhale. Two more like that, low lunge. Straighten and fold. Inhale. Fold, exhale. Good. Come back into your low lunge. Move your blocks either out of the way or just anywhere else if you have them. Plant your hands down, firm up through your core. The left leg goes all the way up and back, three-legged down dog. To start, keep your left leg straight. And just feel your hips open, right? Notice that space to your left side body. And then bend your left knee, heel towards your glute. Take some movement if movement feels good. And then square your hips back off, three-legged down dog, breathe in. The left foot meets your right foot at the back of your mat on a breath out. Come forward to your high push-up, take an inhale. Lower just halfway down, pause, exhale. Good, can you come right back up? Breathe in. Hips go up and back, down dog, take a full breath out. Stay for an inhale. Release on an exhale. Good, now building a little heat, finding a little bit of rhythm. Push down into both hands, inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or hop, bring your feet forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold back down, breathe out. Push into your feet and rise up to stand, extended mountain pose, inhale. Soften your knees, fold all the way back to your mat, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant your hands down, step your feet back, high push up and breathe out, right? So add it on, inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, lower halfway down. Now flip your feet, lift your chest forward, facing, breathe in. Hips up and back, downward facing dog, breathe out. Take an inhale. Let it go, exhale. Still building, lift your heels, bend your knees. Exhale, feet up to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain pose, rise. Uttanasana bow. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Use your breath in, lift your heart forward. Use your breath out, lift your hips back. Right away, inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees. Exhale, walk or hop, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise to stand. All right, back down. Halfway lift, inhale. High to low, push up, full exhale. Upward facing. Downward facing. Still building heat, inhale, heels, lift, knees bend. Exhale, feet up to your hands. Lift halfway. Fold back down. Rise with your breath, inhale. Hands to the mat, exhale. Lengthen. Flow. Heart lifts. Hips lift. Now pause. Right, again, coming back to your breath, back to your body. Right, just curious about how you're doing and how you're being. Figuring out just what your relationship is to the moment that you're in Right, not to change it, not to fix it, right? Just to notice. Without all the good and bad and right and wrongs getting in the way. Give yourself an inhale. And a clearing exhale. Okay, starting to add on. From your down dog, raise your right leg up behind you. Take a breath in. Good, on your breath out, bring your knee to your nose and step your right foot forward. So you're in your low lunge. Back knee is lifted this time. Soften your hips and inhale. Now bring your hands back by your hips like an airplane arm on your exhale. Right strong through your core, steady through your left leg. Take a breath. Let it go. Good, nice and slowly. Fingertips reach down, forward, and then you rise right up to your crescent lunge. In your crescent lunge, again, firm up through your right leg and your core. From the ground up, you lengthen. Take a big inhale. And on your exhale, I want you to hinge forward. Reach your fingertips straight towards the front of the room. Tuck your chin to your chest. Look down at the earth. Take a breath in. Now cactus your arms, swing your shoulder blades together on your breath out, and then send your hands back by your hips. Good. So you're right where you started. Take a breath in. Stay to breathe out. Now adding on. Take an inhale, push into your right foot. On your exhale, can you think about airplane pose, right? So not having that momentum, can you lift your left leg? Think about squaring your hips off. Give yourself a full breath in. Now nice and gently, can you land your left foot back at the back of the mat? Breathe out. Good, so you'll build that again. Inhale, crescent lunge. On your exhale, reach your fingertips straight out in front of you, right? So you'll feel your right leg working. Look down at the earth, take an inhale. Cactus your arms, bend both elbows, squeeze, exhale. Now hands back by your hips. Take a full breath in, push into your right foot. On your breath out, can you lift your left leg? I know. Take a full inhale. The left foot steps to the back of your mat again on your exhale. This is it, crescent lunge. Both arms to the ceiling, inhale. Fingertips reach straight out in front of you, exhale. Look down, breathe in. Cactus out both arms, breathe out. Hands back by your hips, take an inhale. The left leg lifts up, you're in your airplane for your exhale. Now square your hips and lift your chest slightly. Take one breath in. Left foot to the back of your mat, breathe out. Okay, both arms to the ceiling, take an inhale. Nice and gently, both feet down. On your exhale, bring your left hand forward and your right hand back. From the ground up, take an inhale. Go ahead and twist on your exhale. Good. Come back to your crescent lunge. Thumbs reach up and back. Take a breath in. On your breath out, bring your hands to the mat. Step your right foot to your high push-up, pause. Hinge forward. Lower halfway, pause again from the strength of your core. Push your right back up, breathe in. Downward facing dog, you go, breathe out. Take an inhale. Let it go, exhale. And you notice how you're doing, how you're being. Right, when the stories come up, when things feel hard and when things feel challenging, right, where does your mind automatically bring you? And what happens if you invite in a little bit of curiosity? Right foot stays down. Lift your left leg behind you. Take an inhale. Knee to your nose, step your left foot forward. Find your low lunge. Now soften your hips as you breathe in. Bring your hands back by your hips as you breathe out. Right? So you're just evening out your sides, bringing all that equal amount of strength to your left quad, your core. Take a breath in. Breathe it right back out. Slowly take your fingertips, reach them down, forward and rise up to your crescent lunge. Right, so you find your crescent lunge and you have a moment to get organized. From the ground up, lengthen your spine, take an inhale. Reach your fingertips straight out in front of you as you exhale. Now look down at the earth, breathe in. Cactus your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades, breathe out. Hands back by your hips, take an inhale. Push into your left foot. Can you nice and slowly lift your right foot up, find your airplane pose. And it's unsteady, it's supposed to be. Right, what happens when things feel unsteady? Where does our mind go? Take one breath in. Right foot lands at the back of your mat, breathe out. Good, crescent lunge, arms to the ceiling, inhale. You do that again, fingertips reach straight out in front of you, exhale. Look down, breathe in. Elbows bend, breathe out. Hands by your hips, inhale. Right foot lifts up, airplane, exhale. Just for an in breath. Right foot steps all the way back out, breath. I know, last time. Crescent lunge, breathe in. Hands out in front of you, breathe out. Look down, inhale. Cactus arms, exhale. Hands back by your hips, breathe in. Right foot lifts up, breathe out. Lift your heart slightly, take an inhale. Now right foot all the way to the back of your mat, exhale. Both arms lift, crescent lunge. Take a full inhale. Now twist to the left, right hand comes forward, left arm goes back. Right, if it feels unsteady, me too. It's supposed to be. Hug your navel towards your spine, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Good. Back to Crescent Lunge, both arms lift, inhale. Hands come down to frame your left foot on your exhale. Step your left foot back, pause, high push up. Hinge forward, breathe in. Halfway down, pause, breathe out. Back up, inhale. Downward facing dog eagle, exhale. Take 3 to 5 full breaths here. Right, and can you let the breaths just be breaths? Right, not taking anything in, not letting anything go, just curious about the breath as it is. Right, as it feels. Noticing your heart beating, maybe there's sweat flowing, right? Just can you be with what shows up? Full inhale. And a long exhale. Good. Now all of that gets to come together. So you push down through both hands. Take an inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees. Exhale, feet up to your hands at the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Bow forward and fold, breathe out. Hips back, arms high, chair pose. Take one inhale. Fold to the earth, exhale. Lift halfway, breathe in. Plant your hands, find your chaturanga. Take a full breath out. Lift your heart forward, inhale. Hips up and back, down dog, exhale. Right leg lifts up, breathe in. Right foot, step it forward, breathe out. Keep your left toes tucked, but bring your left knee down. Both arms to the ceiling, take an inhale. Connect your palms above your head on your exhale. Now bend your elbows back behind you. Lift your chest, take a breath in. Bring your elbows towards your knees. Release your hands back by your hips as you breathe out. Now lift your left knee. Find your Crescent Lunge. Take a full inhale. Fly right into your airplane pose. Exhale. Stay for a breath in. Left foot steps all the way to the back of your mat. Breathe out. Crescent on an inhale. Left hand forward, right hand back, twist, exhale. Come back to center, breathe in. Hands to the mat, high to low, push up, full breath down. Upward facing inhale. Downward facing exhale. Left leg lifts on an in-breath. Step forward to lunge on your out breath. Keep your right toes tucked, drop your right knee. Arms to the ceiling, in-breath. Connect your palms, bend your elbows, out breath. Upper back lifts, inhale. Elbows towards your knee, hands back by your hips, exhale. Lift your right knee, Crescent Lunge, breathe in. Fly into your airplane pose, take a breath out. One inhale. Right foot to the back of your mat, exhale. Crescent on an in-breath. Right hand forward, left hand back, twist, out breath. Back to Crescent, inhale. Chaturanga, full exhale. Upward facing. Downward facing. Pause. And breathe. We're going to always come back to this moment where you get to reset. Right, reconnecting to your body, to your breath, to your intention. Right, and noticing what you might be able to take in as support right now. Right, if it's energetic, if it's compassion, if it's permission, if it's forgiveness. Right, and then invite that to your practice. If it's something physical, if it's rest, if it's a way of restoring the posture, right, can you invite that in? Right, we're curious about our experience so that we can actually give ourselves what we need. Take a full breath in, you guys. Sigh that breath right back out. And then one more time through. On an inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. On your exhale, walk or hop, bring your feet to your hands. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Hips back, arms high, chair pose. Inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Chaturanga, take a full breath out. Upward facing. Downward facing. Your body knows it. Right leg lifts, inhale. Step to lunge as you exhale. Left toes stay tucked, lower your left knee. Both arms to the ceiling, breathe in. Connect your palms, bend your elbows back behind you, breathe out. Upper back lifts, inhale. Bring your body forward, hands back by your hips, exhale. Lift your left knee, crescent lunge, breathe in. Fly right into your airplane pose, take a breath out. Stay for an inhale. Left foot to the back of your mat, exhale. Crescent, breathe in. Left hand forward, right hand back, twist, breathe out. Good. Back to crescent, inhale. High to low or right to down dog, exhale. Upward facing. Downward facing. Left leg, breathe in, lift it up. Breathe out, step it forward. Right knee drops down. Kneeling crescent, inhale. Connect your palms, bend your elbows, exhale. Upper back lifts. Heart comes forward, hands go back. Right knee, lift it up, crescent on an in-breath. Airplane pose, out breath. One inhale. Right foot to the back of your mat, exhale. Crescent, breathe in. Twist to the left, right hand forward, right hand back, breathe out. I think I said it backwards, I don't know. Back to crescent, inhale. Last time, chaturanga, exhale. Heart forward. Hips back. Full breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, lift your heels. On your exhale, bring your knees to the mat. Untuck your toes. Hips to your heels, arms out in front of you. Take a breath in. Empty the breath back out. One more like that. Inhale. Release, exhale. Good. From here, keep your forehead on the mat, but take your fingertips all the way back by your toe tips. Tense your fingers, let them turn to face behind you. And now slowly peel your head and shoulders up off your mat so you bring your shoulders over your hips. Good. Push into your fingertips. Can you start to lift your hips forward and up, almost like a modified camel? Right gaze can meet where the wall and the ceiling connect. Take a full breath in. Sigh the breath back out. Lower your hips to your heels. Now push into your feet and your shin bones and rise up to kneeling. Take a full breath in. Like you've done, cactus out your arms. Release your hands by your hips and breathe out. And now I want you to take your right arm under your left arm. Right arm under your left. Find your eagle arms this time. So opening the front and now getting into the back of your heart. With your eagle arms, start to lift your elbows, lift your chest, take a breath in. Now just your upper back rounds on your breath out, elbows towards your navel. Go do that again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, just your upper back rounds. One more time. Inhale, lift. On your exhale, upper back gets to round. Oh. Good. On your inhale, unwind your arms, lift up. And on your breath out, I want you to shift your weight into your left shin bone. So you shift your weight into your left side body. Now, can you use the strength of your core to start to hug your right knee into your chest and then step your right foot forward? I didn't do that gracefully at all, so create your own version of that. From here, take a full breath in. Now bring your hands together at your heart and your breath out. Good. I want you to tuck your left toes and as slowly as you can start to lift your left knee. Right, so building all this strength from the ground up. As you push into your feet, arms back up to the ceiling. Take an inhale. Start to hinge through your hips, reach your arms straight out in front of you. On your exhale, look down at the mat, breathe in. Bend both elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades as you breathe out, and now hands back by your hips. You know where you're going. Push into your right foot, inhale. Without any momentum, using the strength in your right leg, lift up to your airplane pose. This time, pause. Feel your right foot rooted, your heart lifted. Give yourself a breath in. Curious about your experience, breathe out. Now this time, instead of stepping back, I want you to bend your left knee, start to hug it into your chest, and reach both arms above your head. One-legged Tadasana, inhale, arms straight out in front of you. Good. Now pull your shoulders back and towards your body. From here, you're going to set it up opposite. So I want you to take your left leg over your right leg, like eagle legs, but take your right arm under your left arm. So your left leg is over, your right arm is under. Right into eagle. Squeezing your inner thighs, engaging through your core. Take a full breath. And let it go. Good, one full inhale. Just like you did kneeling, on your exhale, can you round just your upper back, elbows towards your navel? Good. Now on your inhale, unwind. Left knee to your chest, both arms to the ceiling. On your exhale, connect your palms above your head. Oh. Now bend your elbows back behind you, right? You've done this. Lift your upper back, take an inhale. Now think about warrior 3. On your exhale, bring your elbows towards your knee. And then left leg goes back, arms reach straight out in front of you. Oh. Breathe here. Feeling the full length and extension and strength of your body. Take one breath in. Nice and slowly, left foot steps to the back of your mat. Breathe out. Crescent lunge. Arms high, inhale. Now find that twist. Left hand forward, right hand back. Right, for most of us, we'll pull our shoulders towards the back of the room so they come over your hips. Take a full breath in. Now I want you to start to bend your left knee about halfway down to the mat. Breathe out. Pause here, take an inhale. Lower your left knee another inch or two, exhale. One more big breath in. Can you drop your left knee slowly all the way down to your mat? Breathe out. Untuck your left toes. Bring both arms back through center, kneeling crescent, inhale. And now hands come to the inside of your right foot on your exhale. Okay, so you can stay here. But especially if, like me, you're feeling a little out of breath at this point, you guys are welcome to turn your right toes to the right slightly, right? Think about like 2 o'clock. And then spin onto the ball, the pinky toe edge of your right foot, right? The pinky toe edge of your right foot. You can already probably feel that through your outer right hip. So the option here is to stay, or to bring your left hand down and take your right hand to the inside of your right quad, right? Gently peeling your heart and your right knee away from each other, right? So this is track 2. Track 3, you might bend your left leg, reach your right hand back for the pinky toe edge of your left foot. Oh. Take an inhale and a big exhale. If you have your left foot, slowly release it. Right arm above your head, bring it back down to the inside of your right foot. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. So you're back in your lizard lunge. From here, you guys walk your hands to the left until you can come into a wide-legged forward fold. So toes are in, heels are out. There's a slight bend in your knees and you get to bow forward. Now from here, tense your fingers. Lift up flat halfway, find a flat back, breathe in. And now go ahead, bow right back down, full breath out. You can reach your fingertips through your heels to the wall behind you. Give yourself an inhale and a full exhale. Good. Nice and slowly, fingertips back underneath your shoulders. Lengthen out your spine, lift halfway. I want you to keep your knees soft. Breathe in. Walk your hands to the right, come back into your low lunge as you breathe out. Good, so you square your hips off, take an inhale. Now think about what you did earlier. Right leg goes all the way up and back, 3-legged down dog. Keep your right leg straight, peel your hip open. And now bend your right knee, bring your heel towards your left glute. So you have the option to stay. You've already started to really open through your heart, so if you want to play around with taking wild thing, I want you to lift onto the ball of your left foot. Now keep reaching your right foot around so that your right foot lands halfway up your mat. You're on the pinky toe edge of your left foot, you lift your hips and your heart. If you're like, what the hell did she just say? You can create your own version. Or maybe slow it down and try it again after. Take a full breath. Let it go. Soften your hips first. And then come back around high push-up. From your high push-up, your feet are still hips with distance. Bring your right hand to the center of your mat. Drop both heels to the right and send your left arm to the ceiling. So a modified side plank. Take a full breath in. On your breath out, start to bring your left hand, replace it where your right hand is. Now heels back through center, drop them to the left. Right arm to the ceiling, take a full inhale. Right hand down, heels through center, exhale. One more time each side. Heels to the right, left arm high, breathe in. Left hand down to the mat, breathe out. Heels drop to the left, right arm to the ceiling. Take a big inhale. Nice and slowly, right hand comes down, heels to the ceiling, pause, exhale. Take a full breath in. Knees drop to the mat, breathe out. Untuck your toes, hips to your heels, arms forward. Oh. Great, so intentionally building heat, building fire, building tension. Great, so that there's a space to be curious about your experience to it. And I think sometimes things feel hard and things feel challenging. We rush to get to gratitude, right? This like toxic positivity. And sometimes where there's tension, there's genuine frustration, right? There's genuine anger or intolerance, and just let that be there. Right on your mat, within this space, it's okay for it to exist. Because there's this trust that you can handle what starts to show up, the tension that shows up, the frustration that shows up, right? Give yourself the opportunity to express that. Take a breath. Let it go. Good. Just like you did before, bring your fingertips back by your toe tips. Fingers tip behind you. Peel your head and shoulders up off the earth. Push into your fingertips. Lift your hips forward and up. Heart gets to open. Take a full breath in. Hips come back down to your heels on your breath out. You guys, this is it. Last sequence through. Rise up to kneeling. Take an inhale. Fingertips reach straight out in front of you. Exhale. Pull your shoulders back in towards your spine. And this time, bring your left arm under your right arm. I'm just getting a sense of what my hair looks like right now, and it's probably ridiculous. So from your eagle arms, you guys, I want you to lift your elbows to your chest. Take a breath in. Again, just your upper back bounce. Elbows towards your navel. Breathe out. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, you get to round. 1 more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hug it and round. This time, unwind your arms, lift up, take a full breath in. Shift your weight into your right shin bone, your right foot on your breath out. And now again, can you use the strength of your core that you've been building to hug your left knee into your chest and just step your left foot forward. You're in your kneeling lunge. Take a full breath. Now bring your hands together at your heart. Press your palms to engage your core. Tuck your right toes and then slowly start to lift your right knee. Transition to crescent. Both arms to the ceiling. Take a full inhale. Start to reach your fingertips straight out in front of you. Hover your upper body over your left leg. Breathe in. Cactus out both arms. Breathe out. Hands back by your hips. Without the momentum, take a full inhale. Shift the weight into your left foot. Lift your right leg up. Airplane pose. I know you want to open through your hips. Can you think about closing your hips, right toes face the earth? Take an inhale. Just an exhale. Now the transition is to bend your right knee. Bring your right knee up and into your chest. One-legged Tadasana. Both arms to the ceiling. Breathe in. Fingertips straight out in front of you. Wrap your shoulders back in towards your spine. Now it's the opposite. So as your right leg comes over your left leg for eagle legs, your left arm comes under your right. Left arm under, right leg over. If you're creating your own version of it, that's fine too. Hug towards center. Gaze lands, inhale. Exhale. Now lift your elbows and chest, breathe in. Around just your upper back, take a full breath out. Now unwind, right knee to your chest, both arms to the ceiling, inhale. Palms connect above your head, exhale. Bend your elbows back behind you. Back of your head pushes into your arms, lift your chest, breathe in. Now again, elbows towards your right knee, and then hinge into your warrior 3, right leg back, arms forward. Not here for long. I know, I'm with you. Take a breath. On your exhale, right foot to the back of your mat. Arms to the ceiling, breathe in. Then you get to twist to the left, so your right arm comes forward and your left arm goes back. Be right where you are, take an inhale. And fully exhale. And I want you to bend your right knee so it lowers about halfway down your mat, so that your right shin is parallel with the earth. Take another breath. And a twist. Lower your right knee a couple more inches. Take an inhale. I know, exhale. Nice and gently bring your right knee down. Untuck your right toes. Come back to your kneeling crescent. Breathe in. Hands release to the inside of your left foot on your breath out. You're welcome to stay. Or turn your left toes to the left, and then spin onto the pinky toe edge of your left foot. Staying here, right hand down, left hand to the inside of your left thigh. Gently put your left knee and your heart away from each other. Option to stay, or again, if you want to add on, bend your right knee. Left hand finds the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Together, inhale. Full exhale. One more breath in. Big breath out. Nice and slowly release your left foot to your right. I'm not sure. Left arm to the ceiling. Bring it to the inside of your left foot. Go ahead, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. So you're back to your lizard lunge. Take an inhale. And then nice and slowly, you guys, walk your hands to the right. Find your wide-legged forward bend. So again, toes in, heels out, fingertips underneath your shoulders. And this time, you guys, turn around and face you. Take your peace fingers around your big toes. So peace fingers come around your big toes. Knees are soft. And now lift up halfway. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Now with your knees stop, use the strength of your arms. Elbows wide as you pull forward and fold. Exhale. Oh. Take a few full breaths here. If this bind really doesn't work for you, you're welcome to change it. Full breath in. A long breath out. Release your fingertips back underneath your shoulders, soften your knees, lengthen your spine halfway, breathe in. Now you'll walk your hands to the left, come back to your low lunge at the front of your mat. Right hand, spin your left foot, take an inhale. Plant into your hands, left leg all the way up and back, three-legged down, down. Keep your left leg straight, feel your hip open. Now bend your left knee towards your right glute. You're welcome to stay or to take your wild thing, lift your right heel high. And then keep lifting your left leg around, left foot steps about halfway up your mat. Lift your hips and your heart. Plenty of space through your heart center today. One inhale, one exhale. Soften your hips, come back around, land in your high push-up. So this last little sequence through, take your feet hips width. Right hand down, drop your heels to the right, left arm to the ceiling. Take a full breath in. Good, now as you breathe out, instead of your left hand, can you bring your left forearm down to the left forearm down. Good, drop your heels to the left. Now right elbow lifts to the ceiling, take an inhale. On your exhale, bring your right forearm down so your arms make like the number 11. Good, now heels to the right, left elbow lifts up, take a full breath in. Bring your left forearm down, breathe out. This is it, you guys. Heels to the left, right elbow high, take a full in breath. Bring your right forearm down on your out breath. Stay right here, take a breath in. Both knees drop to the mat, breathe out. Untuck your toes, bring your hips down. Good, Sphinx pose. Now your fingertips out in front of you. You're welcome to stay in your Sphinx, you guys, or take your palms wide. Push into your hands, gently lift your elbows. Oh. Take a breath. Let it go. Bring your elbows down. Back to your Sphinx pose, fingertips forward. Now I want you to stack your palms one on top of the other, turn your elbows wide, bring your forehead to your hands and rest. Feel your heart beating, your breath moving. Might feel good to sway your hips a little side to side. I probably should have looked at the clock before I started so that I know that's how long we've been here. Okay, you guys, so from here, you're just going to set up for a half frog pose. So keep your forehead on your hands, on your palms. And I want you to bend your left, you guys can do, let's do your left leg just so you guys can see. So I want you to take your left knee and slide it up towards your left hip bone. And then bring your left ankle in line with your left knee, maybe even a little wider. And that's it. Right, so a really gentle opening through the inside of your left hip. Right, for some of us, it might not feel that gentle, and that's okay too. If you're craving a little bit more here, you guys are welcome to come back up onto your forearms and take this as a Sphinx variation. So your elbows are underneath your shoulders, and you still have your left knee in line with your left hip. Flex your left toes. Think more about squaring your chest towards the front than your hips, right? So think about like a twist in your upper body rather than squaring your hips. And then from there, who cares? Get into the sensations that you feel, maybe into the sensations that you don't feel. Full breath in. Now long long breath now. If you came up to your forearms, take your elbows wide, stack your palms, bring your chin and your forehead to your hands. And to transition out slowly, you'll just straighten your left leg back down the length of your mat. You just set it up on the other side. So bringing your right knee in line with your right hip, right ankle under your right knee, flex your right toes. And this might be enough, you guys, right? This is fine if you want to take it again into that Sphinx variation. Come up onto your forearms, elbows under your shoulders. Breathe in. Take an inhale. And a full exhale. Chin your elbows wide, stack your palms, bring your chin or your cheek down, right leg down the length of your mat. Sway your hips from side to side. And then nice and gently, you just get to flip right over onto your back. So just flip onto your back, bring both knees into your chest, take your palms to your shins, and go ahead and rock side to side, right? Feel your whole back supported by the earth again. You're welcome to stay. If you want a little more, go ahead and find happy baby. Right? Maybe half or full. If you have the space to play around with straightening out one leg and then straightening out the other, you can go for that. Good. And then bring your knees back into your chest. Plant the soles of your feet down on your mat. And then you'll just find eagle legs here. So take your right leg over your left leg, like eagle legs. And then drop your knees to the left, hips towards the center, extend your right arm, easy spinal twists. This feels like too much on your low back. You can play around with bringing your knees closer to your chest, or just uncrossing your legs and stacking them on top of each other instead. Inhale. Exhale. And slowly come back to center. You'll uncross your legs and just set it up on the other side, right? Nice and gentle. Left leg comes over your right leg. Hips towards center, knees to the right, and extend your left arm. Your gaze might find your left fingertips, and then take a few full breaths. Slowly come back to center, uncross your legs, bring your knees to your chest. You can wrap your arms around your shins, bring your forehead towards your knees. You're welcome to curl up into a ball, take a full inhale. And on your exhale, release, send your legs long, take your feet wide, your arms wide. You're taking your final resting pose, and this position doesn't feel good, then set it up in any other way that would support you. I'm not trying to feel for anything specific here at all, right? There doesn't have to be heaviness or lightness or anything that we talk about thinking we should feel in this pose. The only thing you need to feel is exactly what's there for you right now. If it's not peace, if it's not ease, then let whatever is there be there, right? Trusting that we're not here for too long, but we are here for long enough. Permission again to have whatever experience you're having. Take a breath in and a full breath out. Shavasana. guys, rather than closing the practice out together, I invite you to stay in the shape for as long as you need. Because whenever you feel ready that you get to come out of this posture in any way that would feel supportive for you. Otherwise, I'm going to leave you here. I love you. I hope I can see you soon. Namaste.